Welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to some of the top professionals in the technology industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today I'd like to welcome back the incredible Dan Sachs, the CEO of Landbase, the sponsor of the Top Gun Show. Dan is a distinguished entrepreneur and technology leader. As the co-founder and former co-CEO of AppDirect, he pioneered the subscription commerce platform, generating over $3 billion in annual transaction revenue. Dan was named to Forbes 30 Under 30 list and has been recognized by Goldman Sachs as one of the most exceptional entrepreneurs. Holding degrees from McGill and Harvard universities, Dan's passion now drives him to lead Landbase. In September of this year, Landbase raised $12.5 million in seed funding, no longer in stealth mode. Landbase is ready for prime time. And after the last two episodes, Katie bar the door, baby. This thing is growing like a weed. Dan, welcome back to the Top Gun Show.
Great to be back.
Well, hey, I just mentioned in the past couple of weeks, you said that today's market is flooded with SaaS tools, which is leading to fragmented and inefficient sales and marketing processes. Give a brief recap of why Landbase is such a game changer.
Okay, when I first started in technology in 2009, it was the early days of SaaS, and I created a list of like 100 SaaS tools. It was hard to find more than 100. And on that list, it included Shopify, HubSpot, DocuSign, EcoSign, FreshBooks, all in their like Series A or seed. That collective market was like a few $1 billion or less. It's now like the market cap of all those companies is now trillions. So what's crazy is there's been this SaaS sprawl. I mean, you all know that there's probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of SaaS tools. What that's done is it's resulted in us being more productive to be competitive, but also resulted in us like being in front of our screens, living in our software tools, doing all these manual repetitive processes across these software tools. Today that changes with Landbase. Landbase is agentic, meaning that the AI takes action on your behalf, and it essentially is a full end-to-end workflow. So instead of having to go into 7 different tools or 10 different tools, whether that's for your data or your email warming or deliverability or for sequencing or for email sending or for your SMTP server or for marketing campaigns, we have the whole end-to-end platform that does it for you behind the scenes, so you can spend more time doing what you love. If you want, you can still control it. So the way I think about it is it's like autopilot with a human in the loop, where you can improve the message and approve the message, but essentially it just does the work for you. It's that easy.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk to you about what is agentic AI. You kind of dug into it here a little bit. It's the world's first agentic AI platform that you have. So maybe elaborate a little bit on how that works, or even do you have any competition? I mean, who's your competitor for that?
So I have a secret for everyone here. Just like I said in 2009, I kind of had a strong conviction that SaaS would be huge, even though people didn't think that cloud or SaaS would ever be adopted. That's how I feel about agentic AI. Generative AI, it's marginally better for some businesses. There's some, like Copilot help. It makes you 20% better. Agentic AI can make you 20 times better. It's wild. And there are a lot of researchers that have been working on agentic AI, but due to recent advancements in technology, it's been made possible in the last year. And to my knowledge, there's no one doing this for go-to-market. And that's really the power of Landbase and what we can unlock for you. The sooner you get on board, the faster it gives you a competitive edge, because you're going to be able to harness the world's information and the kind of brain of top sellers and top machine intelligence to drive outcomes for you that have previously been humanly impossible.
I am fascinated by your mind and how you're such a visionary with this stuff. I mean, I wish I could have you on several more episodes. I actually wrote and tried to contact Elon Musk to get him on the Top Gun Show. I don't want him on anymore. Elon, forget it. You took too long to get back to me. Dan Sachs is going to be on a lot more times, and we're learning a lot. Thank you, man. That's cool. Anyway, back on.
I'm going to jump in there, though. So to your point on reaching out to Elon. So people ask like, Dan, why have you done the cool things you've done? And like, humbly, I'm proud of my accomplishments. I think I can do a lot more. But if I were to kind of put a theme as to my success, it's that I've had a vision, but I've also studied the business greats. Not only have I studied them, I've reached out to them. When I was 12 years old, Bill Gates became the richest person in the world. I wrote a handwritten note to him in his office in Seattle. He sends me back a letter with like a signed autograph saying, Mr. Sachs, you're someday going to be an amazing entrepreneur. That's the power of cold outreach. Okay. A few years later, when I started AppDirect, we were excited about the momentum, but we were still pretty, new and understood. I get an email in my inbox. It's from Michael@Dell.com saying, Daniel, I've heard about all the great things you're doing at AppDirect from multiple people. I want to speak to you, like on Monday. I'm like, there's no way this is Michael Dell. He'd have an assistant. It would be booked in like however long. So I messaged back saying, like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to ignore the guy. So I'm like, sure, I'll speak to you when, connect me with your assistant and we'll figure it out. And he's like, let's talk Monday at 9 a.m. Give me your number. So I'm thinking like, there's no way it's Michael Dell. 9 a.m. I'm sitting in my office. Michael Dell picks up and he's just so eloquent and asks so many questions. And like the power of intellectual curiosity to learn, but also the boldness of outreach. It's amazing. So I continue to have this relationship with Michael. If you can't get Elon, message Michael. I promise you, he'll be on the Top Gun show. If not, let me know and I'll get him on it.
Right on. I love it, dude. You're amazing. I love it. I love your stories. This is just mind blowing. But the skeptics out there are saying, "Oh no. Cold outreach is going to last forever." Do you think cold outreach is dead and gone?
So here's my thinking from analyzing a ton of data and from being a seller for so many years. Bad human performance is shit. Bad AI performance is shit. Good human performance has its limits. Good human performance with machine intelligence, mind-blowing. Like again, 20x better, way less cost. So what you want to do is you want to harness the top kind of human mojo that you have, your creativity, what makes you a great seller. Not all sellers are great. But I know, Steve, I've seen you in action. You are. When you can relate to someone, when you can understand, you want to harness that, but you want to turbocharge it with the world's brain of like go-to-market intelligence. That's what GTM One Omni does for you. So if you combine that with top human performance and a product that's great, it can do magical things. The one thing I'll leave you with is that we do think that there's certain businesses that are not ripe for it. If you don't have product market fit, or if you don't have happy customers or a great product, we can't promote something that's not going to work. What we can do is take something that's amazing and get it out into the hands of the world so people can thrive at their business life.
Yeah, that's incredible. I joke about the Top Gun Show mug, highly coveted, life-changing Top Gun Show mug. You were successful before the mug, and now that you've got the mug, I mean, it's immeasurable. I also want to announce that you're kind enough to give Top Gun Show viewers that become Landbase customers, they'll get 10% off their first 3 months on the platform. Just mention that you were referred by the Top Gun Show when you contact Landbase. But wait, that's not all. Top Gun Show viewers that become Landbase customers will be entered into a drawing to win, get this, an all expense paid skydiving experience with a Landbase team member. Dan, I'm so glad you're out of stealth mode. Thank you for rolling out the red carpet for Top Gun Show viewers. I appreciate it.
Well, excited to go jump out of a plane with someone, reclaim my day, and help all y'all be super successful at generating leads. Thanks, Steve.
Absolutely. Tune in next week for the final episode where my good friend Bill Patchett, the CEO of P2 Business Solutions, he talks about the amazing successes he has and experienced by being one of the first customers of Landbase. If you want to crack the code on lead gen and prospecting, you need to see this. Dan, thanks again for carving out time out of your busy schedule to be on the show and for offering to connect me with Michael. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
Thanks for watching, everybody.